Hello, everyone. Mia here from Sex, Food, and Life. So, today we're going to talk about sex. I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she asked me if how to have sex is being taught at school. And I said, not that I know of, but I know they'll teach you how to prevent unwanted pregnancies and how to protect yourself from diseases. But I told her, as her mother and as a parent, I'm here to guide her in anything that I can for her to be aware of what's going on in her body. And if she has question, it's more than welcome. I've been talking to her about sex since she was 13 when she started having her period. And I think as a parents, it's our responsibility to guide them and to teach them what we know of about sex and make sure not because we want them to have sex at an early age, but I think we don't know what they do at school. So I think just to teach them of all those information that we know would be really helpful for them so they have some guide and awareness of what those things might be. So I told her, first of all, I told her as a individual, as a woman, you have control of your body, of your own thoughts, of your own personality, of everything. That's the thing that you can control, but you can't control other people. So I told her, make sure you're aware of what you want. If you if you find that person that you want to explore sex, and I told her I want it to be a wonderful experience for her. So I want, if you meet that guy, I want you to tell him what it is you want. Do you want her to be gentle with with his kisses or touching you in some part of your body? Do you make sure he asks you if you like it? If you don't, then you have to tell him. There has to be communication between the two of you, because if not, then you're just gonna have a bad experience. So you have to know where your limit is, or how long or how far you're going with this curiosity of yours when in regards to experiencing sex. So I want her to be aware of it, of her how her body responds and how far she wants to go. And I've been telling her that sex is a wonderful thing. So I would want it to be a wonderful experience. I don't want her to experience sex in the back of the car or some dark places. I want it to be in a nice hotel, have a nice dinner like a normal adults, because I want it to be, because sex for me is really a wonderful experience. If we talk about it, we should not hide it or be ashamed of it, because we all do it. And I hope that we should teach them not what they see on television or in porn. So we have to tell them what it is they want and ask them if that's what they want. So I told her, make sure you and your partner are into it together. And of course, for the parents of the boys, parents should talk to them also how to treat a woman, especially teenage kids. They don't know anything except what they see out there on television. And some of them are not even the reality of it. So, as a parents, we should just teach them how to be gentle, how to communicate with one another, and make sure you both agree on what it is you want about exploring your sexual experience. And I told her I want to know how it goes. Not because I just because I really want her to have a wonderful sexual experience, because it can be really great if you have the right person with you. So for all the boys out there, just know that respect women. Be gentle, be caring. You might not love them, but at least show them tenderness or tell them how beautiful they are. So then they can be confident that you care about them, that they won't be ashamed of their body. Women, it's not a responsibility for the guys to just have sexual intercourse and for them to have an orgasm. It has to be both ways. We Men should be giving us pleasure first and then they come second. I think that's being a gentleman. So I know she's not dating yet, but I want her to be aware of all those things. And if she saw some guy and she had a butterfly in her stomach, I want to know about it because I really want her to know that I'm here to guide her. We can't control what they do, but we can give them advice and guidance and giving them all this information that they need. Then it's up to them to make that decision because in the end that's what's gonna happen. It's still their decision because we can't keep an eye on them 24 hours a day. So I say is to all teenage kids that want to explore sex, just be aware of what might happen if you do sex without protection. And for sure, that's being taught all over the states. But what I want to emphasize is how, when you, if you're both new to sex, I want you both to communicate, to be honest about what you want or if what you don't want. Make sure you stop that person or whatever he is doing that you don't want. And like I said, you have control of your body. And please respect each other. And it doesn't have to be that night or that day. You can explore next week or whatever. Take it slow. Because I think to find that person to pleasure you is a wonderful thing. I don't want sex to be a bad thing because I hear a lot of things about sex. Like a lot of women, like, oh, my husband just kept want to have sex with me. I think just because they had bad experience or insecurities. I don't know the reasons, but I want my daughter to have a wonderful experience, and I want everybody to have that experience. Even if you had bad experience, then you can learn from that. And then when you have kids or somebody, then you can tell them what it is that you experience that's bad so they can learn from it. So I hope you learned something from this. And if you have any questions, like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional, I'm not a psychologist or anything like that. I'm just a mom. I'm a mom, not just, I'm a mom that cares about my daughter. And I think the only thing I can give her is wisdom, guidance. That's how I protect her, by giving her knowledge. Because if we don't, who's gonna give our those information? Other kids that has no clue about sex or just watching porn or watching television. I think as a parents, it's our responsibility to guide them. And we should be realistic about it. And not because we're telling them this information, it doesn't mean that we're pushing them to have sex right away. I think um, just talking with them will at least enlighten their mind about sex, and hopefully that they'll make the right decision and they'll get married first before they have sex. But who knows what happened? As long as we give the information out there and they can do whatever they want with that information, and in the end, until they grow up and become an adult and have kids. As a parents, we are always there to support them and guide them and be their advisor. So I hope you talk to your kids. And I know some parents can be uncomfortable talking about sex. I understand, but I'm not really. I think sex is really great and it should be something that people talk about. So have a good day, and I hope everybody will talk about it. Even as an adult, you guys talk about what you want to your partner, and hopefully you'll have a wonderful sex life. Bye. And don't forget to subscribe and like my page. Bye.